All right, Chevra. Good afternoon, everybody. It's almost Thursday night, almost a good Erev Shabbos. We want to say Ilanishmas for our very dear friend Rafael Shlomo Drimmer, for what we lost today. He was nifter this morning. He was buried today in over near the Lubavitcher Rebbe and the Manastritzer Rebbe, other tzaddikim buried there. And the Lubavitcher Rebbe is both the Rayat and his son-in-law, the Ramash. So it's a big loss to us. Or I think his name was Rafael Shlomo and Kalonimus Kalman, if I remember correctly. So we miss him very much. He was not well for a little bit of time, and we lost him today. He went to Emes. And so the Torah learning we learned should be Leilun Nishmasai. Very choshvi, a big Oscar, a real chassid. Not just because he was like half Lubavitch and half Spinka, and that he was very friendly with the Satmar Rebbe. But he was a chassid amiti, and we really miss him. So Emor l'Kohanim b'nei Aharon. So speak unto the priests, the sons of Aaron. This we're learning Kedushas Levi, which we usually learn Thursday night. Last week was Muchlefes Ashita. I don't know why I switched it around. We usually do Maral Friday and Kedushas Levi Thursday. So here we are. So this is from Leviticus chapter 21 verse 1. Ha'inyan. So this is the concept. Kiyesh dalad oilamayis. We know in Kabbalah that there is the concept of the four worlds of Abiyah. There's a concept that we talk about Rabbi Shlomo. You know they had the name Yisachar, but I don't know if Yisachar or Shlomo, but I don't know if that counts. It wasn't for that long. And he should talk be a Rafael. He should be a Shlomo. Should be a Melitz Yosher for us, and together with the Kedushas Levi, Melitz Yosher. But if you learn Tanya, I should talk a little louder, right? Because the car is making noise. If you learn Tanya, of course, you learn about Abiyah. Atzilus Bria Yitzir Asiyah. The world of emanation, the world of creation, the world of formation, the world of action. So L'chol Echod Yesh Bechinois Chaim V'chas V'shalom Lehefech. So in each of the four worlds there is an aspect of life, and God forbid the opposite as well. Ki ba'olam ha'asiyah nuroyim sheyesh chaim. Like we see in this world we call Olam Ha'asiyah, the world of action, and here we see life, and like we see in Olam Ha'asiyah, Rabbi Rafael Shlomo is not here anymore, we see Chas v'Shalom the opposite. Similarly, in the world of formation, Shuha Dibur, which archetypically is the world of speech. So we have, the idea of, God first created, Bereshis Bara Elokim V'Shamayim V'Saaretz. That's Bria, and then Vayomer Hashem Yior, and God said, "Let there be light." That's in the Olam of Yitzira, that by the initial, what the scientists like to call the Big Bang. That's where the Bria happened, the creation happened. That there was the creation of matter, energy and matter. And then these things came into the forms that we have now. That there's all the things that we see. And that's Olam Yitzira, the world of formation. things took form, things took shape, and from the shape and form, how did that come about? That was through speech. And similarly, it's interesting that it should come up from coast to coast about the Big Bang. So, similarly, just like God formed with speech, so too in our psyche we have the world of speech, the world of formation. Sometimes a person speaks a vain word. That's called the opposite of life. We don't need to mention it. We know what the opposite of life is. When a person speaks good words, Torah, commandments, worshiping the Creator, Baruch Hu, may he be blessed, this is the aspect that's called life. So it doesn't quote the whole pasuk here, but I know which pasuk he's referring to. Mishle, chapter 18, the book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 21. Life and death are in the hand of the tongue. They're in the power of words. So the main concept of life is in worshiping God. And then also, so the positive aspect, the life-giving aspect, is that we worship God through our words, including devotional studies such as this. And then the other aspect is that a person is careful about what he speaks, not to say slander, what we call lashon hara, the evil speech, evil tongue, the evil language. Not to speak negative things, only to speak positive things, uplifting things, good things. Similarly, when it comes to the world of Bria, the world of creation, which is the concept of thought, that's why we say olam b'machshava, that God thought about creating the world, and that's where the matter came into being. Yesh bechinos chayim. There is that olam habriya exists within our psyche. When a person is constantly thinking of worshiping God, this concept, this aspect, is called life. And, God forbid, the opposite. When we don't think of serving God and we think of the wrong types of things, that's the opposite of life. Above these three worlds that we can interact with by deed, by speech, and in thought, that we really are concepts. We tend to think of these worlds as out there, but they're really in here. The more you get into these higher olamas, they're inside us, not outside of us. And the human being is olam katan, right? It's a miniature world. But there is that next world that's higher than these. Olam Yira, Batal Mitzias. It's the world of fear of God. It's the olam of Atzilus, the world of emanation, where a person simply doesn't exist anymore. Sham yesh gam kein bechinos chayim v'chas v'shalom lehefech. Even in olam ha'atzilus, there is a concept of life, and even the opposite. How could that be? We understand in the other three worlds. So let's go. Ve'eker hu adibur sheishmar adam atzmei b'diburai. The Heilige Berditchev Rav Levi took min sor sashim Berditchev schusi and linu k'lus. He says that the main thing for us, he didn't get into what it means in the olam atzilus, the life, and the opposite. But let's go and focus on olam hayitzira, the world of formation, the world of speech. main thing is speech. A person has to be careful what he speaks about and make an effort to speak positive things. Ki hakol tluyim b'diburim shel adam. Everything depends upon human speech. That's a powerful thing. V'zehu, and this is Harem's Emor el HaKayhanim. Speak unto the priests, v'marta alehem, and speak unto them, l'nefesh lo yitameh. Don't become impure from it literally means a soul, a life force, meaning from the dead. Ki hakol tluyim b'dibur, because everything depends on the words, meaning that's what it means to speak to the Kohanim. The words that we say, Chaim v'hamavis b'yad halashon, that the life and death are in the hands of the tongue. And so as long as our words are positive and we talk positively, and the same thing is with all the things in the world, let's make an effort to try to talk positively. Be thankful to God for the good things we have. Baruch Hashem, things are so good. We continue to thank God and express our thanksgiving and our gratitude to the Creator. God will bless us because it will bring life in all of the worlds. The world that's under speech, which is this world, the world of action, and the worlds that are above speech, because it's beficha b'vav chalasoisoi, that there's a certain aspect where it's in your mouth and then in your heart. So it goes from the level of speech, which is olam yitzira, to the olam habriya, which is the words, which is the thoughts, the heart, lasoso, to do it, which is olam hasiya. So dibur comes first. Dibur, speech affects both sides. So let's talk good words. Thank you for watching. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe, comment, and we'll see you later. How do we turn this thing off?